Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
It's called life. And anyone that lives their life in that, they're not in reality. So they can't understand why, like me, I'm a serious person. I like to laugh just like everybody else. I like to dance and have a good time, but there's a side of me that is dead up serious. And when I get to that point to where it's necessary, you'll see that. I think you even see it here. You know, you see me dancing and on the street and doing all this kind of, crazy kind of stuff. And it always has its purpose. But at the center of it all, there's Anthony. And when you get to Anthony, now you're at the real person. Okay? So I'm teaching my son the same thing. Get to know yourself. Get out to know yourself before you choose a wife. What's important to you? What's important to you? She needs to know that. She needs time to see you. Okay? My son just finished college. He got a degree. So she already understands this young man thought enough of himself to go to college and get himself educated. So she should already know that he's an educated young man. He's interested in education. It's important to him. And even if he didn't go to school, even further, anybody who reads, education is reading books and getting knowledge and information and growing. It's not only, you don't always have to just go to college to be an educated person. Education is you being knowledgeable about life, reading books and different, not only reading, listening to educators speak, listen to different schools of thought, listening to debates, and understanding that there are different schools of thought, and can you weigh these things? This is education. That is true education. Okay, so you don't always have to put yourself in debt in order to be an educated individual. My oldest son, he's a smart little something, but he's got to have wisdom too along with that to make some good decisions. Okay, so, and even myself, I need to read more. I do a lot of visual research because I'm somewhat dyslexic, but I love information. I love debates, and I love that. I love it. That's my football. Most guys like to go, play football and stuff like watch football. I ain't got time for that. I sit down and I watch a good debate, and I love it. I get knowledge and able to understand life better. When you stay in one place so long, I'm thanking God for the internet, because you can talk to people all over the world. And now I do something called sidewalk talking. I'm on the street. I meet all types of different people from different places. Whatever, you're learning, pulling information in. This is what makes you intelligent. And whatever issue you want to become intelligent in, you can go study it. You can read it in a book. Going to college, yes, is good. But if you can't go, that doesn't stop anything. You can educate yourself. Okay? As I've gotten all the debt in school, so now I educate myself on my own. Okay? And so, but anyway, so young men, you must learn to be leaders, and you need to understand, in order to be a good leader, you must be a follower first. Okay? And for my young ladies, if you desire to be in unison with a man, the chances are you're not going to be a good, you're not going to be a good wife, helpmate to that man, unless he understands who he is, and you're able to do this, come together. But because we men, we're wired a certain way. Now some men, these new men, may not be wired this way. But as for me, in my house, I've always seen my dad as the leader in the home. Well, some young men now, they may want to be powerful, but the only powerful person they see in their life is their mom. So they begin to take on attributes of mom. And then we see something that's kind of confusing. And you're wondering why this kid or this child is sending confusing signals. Is because he hasn't had the influence of a male, he's had the influence of a female. And that can sometimes, get him to he's trying to figure out some things that he should not have to try to figure out, because sometimes the ball is dropped in some places. But of course, then that could be other medical things, or things that can cause these kind of confusions also. But this is not about that. This is about those people who want to unite as a family and make this thing work. To make this thing, marriage, work. And it's not so much that a woman needs a man or a man needs a woman, but the children need the mother and the father. They need both of them. Do you understand that? Okay. So, with that said, I just want to put these words out there so uninterrupted, so that those who are listening for some wisdom about how to move in your life and how to make good decisions, and maybe not fall into the places that I've had to fall into because I didn't use foreknowledge that I'd already learned. And one thing I don't want to repeat the same ignorant behaviors that I've done in the past. We do some things and make some decisions just out of sheer ignorance. So it's only a fool that continues to do the same thing over and over and over, and then will teach your children to do that. No, that's not wise. If you see that you have made a mistake, you don't want to do that again, and you certainly don't want to pass that uncondemned knowledge onto your children. You don't want to do that. Then you're part of the problem. You're not the answer, you're the problem. And I have already decided I want to be a part of the answer. I want to be a part of the answer. This is so engraved in me, I can't do anything but desire to want to make things better for the next generation. And so if I'm going to preach that, then I need to walk that also. And so I have to be able to acknowledge the holes and the problems, and I need to be able to address them and address them effectively to where it's not about me, it's about the whole culture. It's about everyone and having the right perspective on many issues that we are faced in the African culture, in the African American family. Okay? So that's pretty much what I wanted to come and say. I know I've been kind of vague, but at the same time, I hope that you can see what I'm saying for yourself in reference to the decisions that you're trying to make with your life, moving into adulthood, making decisions. Know thyself. Know yourself first before you choose a mate. And with that said, at the end of the day, let there be peace.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.